simplify your business, cut costs, and fuel growth without the hassle of managing multiple platforms. And we also want to let you know how many of you, I would like to know in the comments, have been frustrated, or maybe you've tried a CRM in the past and you feel like you failed. We want to let you know that it's not your fault. Put a yes in the comments if you struggled before, if you know that you need a system, but you struggle with the technology. There's so many different CRMs out there that serve different purposes, and many times just the information overload is enough to just paralyze you. So we want to let you know that it's not your fault and we feel your pain. And then also, I think a concern that a lot of people have is that if I automate my business, it's going to lose that personal touch. And we want to put that fear to rest, because when done right, a digital suite can help you enhance your customer service. It can help you to support your customers, your business partners in such a more consistent way. And a lot of the day-to-day busy work that we are doing, we can automate that process and free us up for so much more. And if you've ever felt like when you were frustrated on those platforms, it took forever to get support and you didn't feel like you had any guidance, you were just out there left to hang high and dry all by yourself, we want to let you know that we feel that too, which is why we created Social Sync, and we've worked so hard to do things so differently than any other CRM out there. We want to be part of your team. We thrive when you thrive. That is our main goal. Oops, the slide got a little messed up. That happens, technology. And we also want you to know that we understand your dreams and goals. Most of us are in the social selling business because we want time freedom. We want to have more flexibility to spend with our family and our friends, but we want to grow our business, and we are in the service industry because, let's face it, we can't grow a business without helping others. So duplication is so key. And I can't tell you how many people, myself included, have struggled with the duplication process. So we want to simplify that process so that when you bring new business partners on, you actually have this amazing tool that you can say, here, this is exactly what I use to grow my business. So that is why we created Social Sync Collective, because we know it can help you achieve those dreams, and we want to be part of that journey.
All right, so in this webinar here today, you guys, we are going to help both the beginners and maybe the more experienced people. So for you beginners, we're going to help you in building a strong business foundation. And for any of you experienced business owners, we're here to simplify your processes using one platform. I've had people in the past say, I don't think that's possible to just use one platform. We're here to tell you that it is very, very possible. So we're here to show you that Social Sync, which is us, we hold the key to unlocking the duplicatable systems you've always dreamed of. So get ready for a special little look at our unique framework. I also noticed that there are some of you in here who were part of beta. This is going to look very different. Okay, we have done things very different now. Things are easier, more simplified, and more streamlined. So if you were part of beta, just know that. Even for our current users, I see Miss Sherry in here. She's going to see this and go, what the heck? Simplified, beautified. So with that said, we're going to kind of tell you the story of, for those who were part of beta, you're going to know part of the story, but where things started kind of and where we're at now. So the starting point to all of this is Miss Toni. Most of you probably know the starting point and where Toni started with this. So a little bio on her. She's a successful entrepreneur whose work brings in over $1 billion in sales a year. In her own business, she did take a step back. This was a few years ago, and looked at all of the different platforms that she was using and more or less said, this is insane. This is ridiculous. I'm going too many places. Also spending too much money going too many places as well. So she knew there had to be a better way. And we all know that woman. She's like, I'm going to figure out how to do this. I've got this. I'm going to figure out how to do it. So she knew we needed something under one roof. That was the main thing that she knew. And she couldn't find it. So she decided to build it. Toni ended up finding a guy to bring her vision to fruition, to life. And he did an okay job. He built the foundation to really what we needed.
Well, that guy, you guys, ended up hiring Miss Kelly with Tony's blessing, of course. And Kelly, if you guys don't know her, she is a tech nerd by day, but she is actually a farmer and a social seller with money by night. And she is just one of those people that can make a spreadsheet work its magic, if you know what I mean. Type A achiever like myself. She joined the team and took the foundation and created this community. And if you guys were a part of beta, you really got to see that unfold. Like she decided to do an entire training library. She started doing the Q&A calls with you guys. She created everything from scratch. She truly is the heartbeat of what this system is, and she's bringing that into Social Sync. She really is the glue that holds the four of us together. I remember when we first started this, I was like, Kelly, you need to continue to manage us. I know that we're all owners, but you need to continue to manage us. Tell us what to do, because she truly is an amazing person, and we love her so much.
You're so sweet.
And then, so Nikki got word of the system. And at the time, she herself was subscribed to 6 different platforms. And when she found out she could use one system and replace them all, it was a no-brainer for her. She canceled them all, subscribed to the CRM, and quickly befriended Toni and Kelly. She was so impressed with the system, she wanted a job. So she was quickly hired on. And like she said, she's a type A achiever. So she was already seeing success, just like Toni. They were seeing success in their business, but this system was exactly what they needed to take it to the next level and to free up their time, which was a game changer.
So then we have Miss Kara. So Kara heard about the system while it was still in the pre-launch stage. So I had just mentioned the word beta, same thing. So she, previous to becoming part of beta, she had been studying and implementing digital marketing since 2018, but was feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all of the systems, which seems to be a common theme here, and knew that she wasn't growing her business the way that she wanted to. As a creative, she saw the vision and knew what she could bring to the team. And shortly after she was brought on, we saw that our dream team was complete. Toni mentioned the 4 of us together, we just complement each other so well. But then things took a very interesting turn in late 2023. So I took a couple months off on maternity leave. I came back and things were very different. What essentially, Nikki, myself, went to Toni and we pitched her an idea and a vision. The vision was for us to establish, like I said, a more straightforward system, a more simplified system. We wanted to build it around the fundamental social selling business model. This was so important for us. The aim was to assist entrepreneurs in streamlining their businesses and just making duplication, I'm going to say possible, because previously people were stuck on just trying to learn the system. They weren't actually able to implement the system. With this, Toni was a hell yes. We all know she probably said other words than that, but we're going to say hell yes here. And that guy that we mentioned before, we got rid of him.
All right. So when I looked at what I know personally as a social seller and what I've personally experienced with being enrolled with so many different platforms, it really came down to 3 things. And these are the secrets that we want to share with you guys today that's going to help you grow your business. Secret number 1, how to be successful in the digital marketing space, you guys, without having to be a tech nerd. Secret number 2 is how to confidently build your sales funnel with a proven plug and play system that we're going to provide for you. And secret number 3 is how to implement systems and processes created for your business to actually make you money, because that's why we're here, right? We want money. So secret number 1, how to be successful in the digital marketing space without being a tech nerd. I've personally ran 2 successful businesses since 2012. For those of you guys that don't know me, I actually started my entrepreneurial journey as a postpartum doula working in the reproductive space. I haven't been with Money for about a little over 5 years, but I started as a doula, very completely different model, very completely different business. I didn't have a college degree in business, 0 business background. I had 0 experience with any sort of like websites, branding, marketing, anything. I just knew I liked working with babies and I liked money. Those were the 2 things that started that business for me. I taught myself everything I needed to run that first business with good old-fashioned Google, a ton of grind, a strong personal goal to retire from corporate America by the time that I was 50. And I'm actually going to let you guys in on a personal secret of my own. Technology doesn't actually come easy to me. So being determined, strong-willed, those are the things that come easy to me. And also the fact that I'm way too stubborn not to stay up all night to get something figured out. And that's, my friends, is how I built my very first website. It took me an entire weekend. I'm talking 2 days, 13 hours straight. And that's how I got my very first website built. So let me know in the comments if that is how you would want to spend your weekend. 2 days, 13 hours a day, building a website. It was not fun. When I have a goal, I won't let anything get in the way of me accomplishing it. Kelly says no thanks, right? Oh my gosh, when I think back to that, PTSD, but it looks so good. It looks so good, but it took me so much time. People look at where I'm at today and they think that I'm a natural when it comes to doing things like this. But if you saw me logging into my first platform back in 2012, you would see a girl who was frustrated, overwhelmed, super intimidated, and way over my head. I didn't have someone helping me at that time figure it out. Like, I didn't have someone walking me through the steps. I literally would have to like look at my screen, Google it, figure it out, mess things up. Things wouldn't save. It was a nightmare. What I did have back then was ambition, a desire to learn, and a commitment to my future self. So if you are determined to succeed, Social Sync Collective can save you not only thousands of dollars on apps, systems, and coaching, but more importantly, it's going to save you time, a non-renewable asset, because I spent countless hours figuring this out on my own. So many Google searches, so many YouTube videos, so many headaches, so much frustration. And I'm going to ask you this, why go through that on your own? Let us teach you what we already struggled with and struggled through, and let us help share that knowledge with you.
Yes, let's save you all that time and money. Secret number 2, how to confidently build your sales funnel with a proven plug and play system provided to you. This is so exciting to me because as someone who is a creative, I've been a hairstylist my entire life. I love just, sewing and knitting and all the artsy stuff. But when it comes to systems, I know I need it, but it's like, I don't know if any of you are like this. When you go to sit down and actually build it, you're like, I should clean my toilet, or like, something else needs to be done, right? Um, so I was always distracted and just living in this cloud that I live in creative world. And I needed Kelly and Nikki and Tony's to like pull me down and help guide me. And that's exactly what they've given me the foundation to do, is to be able to be the creative. And then they help me with all the systems part. And that's what's so cool about this team and the dynamic of the team, is that you get access to that with our coaching and with the support that we offer. So we're going to help you if you are like me, like a creative, you need a system, you want to build it, but you struggle with it. We've created it for you. So it's plug and play. All you have to do is change your colors and change a little bit about yourself, and it's ready to rock and roll. So we're so excited to share that with you.
You guys, I'm sure you're really feeling this common theme here about us saying that we complement each other so well. That's what I'm going to talk about as well. So secret number 3, how to implement systems and processes created for your business to actually make you money. So this one relates to me because we mentioned I'm a tech nerd by heart. That means I'm not a creative. That means I'm not on that end of the spectrum. I can create things all day, but then knowing how to implement them into my business, I get stuck. I'm like, this is cool, it's going to work, but how do I now start using that? That is where I look to Nikki to say, hey, help me. I built this cool thing. And she goes, yeah, that does look cool. I want it. And then I'll help you use it. So we have Kara for marketing stuff to help know how to implement these things. So the 4 of us work together so well. We all have our strong pieces that we bring together to make this really beautiful puzzle. So tech by nature, implementation, not my forte. That's why we have, like Kara said, coaching calls. So we haven't yet talked about it. We will talk about it. You'll hear more about that, but we have coaching calls. We have us as the resources to be able to help fill those gaps of where you feel like you're missing on one or all of these different areas that we're talking about.
Okay, so with that being said, we talked a little bit in the beginning about how like the inspiration behind this Social Sync Collective CRM. And really, it's the framework of the social selling business model. So if you think about it, if you come into this business model as a newbie, right? You get invited in by somebody and they're like, oh my God, I love these products. They're so amazing. I just post on social media and I make thousands of dollars, right? How many of you have heard that before? That was like my biggest struggle because there is a system and there are skills that need to be built, but we want to give you the tools to then pass on to your business partners, your market partners, so that you can create that duplication. And the first step is your mindset, your voice, and your personality. We have to establish this. And with that, I would add to like your target market, because if you've ever studied anything in marketing, there's a saying that goes, if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. I mean, we're selling shampoo, right? Most people have hair on their head, and even the bald guys shampoo. So technically everyone is your market, but niching down, and if you've seen some of the leaders who have been coming up on our leaderboards, a lot of them niche down. They pick their favorite products and they speak to a person, because when you go on social media, you want somebody that's going to be like, you feel like, oh my gosh, she is talking to me, right? That's what makes us buy. We are going to help you with that in our onboarding, our coaching, and our support. That kind of falls into branding as well. Branding is, the next step. So you've established that. Now you're getting some traction. Now you want to make your brand more professional looking. That's where we're going to help you with that. We have it done for you. Wait till you see this funnel. It's so beautiful. You guys are going to love it. And then the capture, like I was speaking to before. Yes, speaking on social media is amazing and wonderful, but it's kind of a waste of time if you don't have anywhere for these people to go, right? If I'm attracting people by educating them and spending the time to teach them all of these amazing tips and tricks that I'm learning, where are they going? How do I follow up? Because, right, the fortune is in the follow-up. So where am I taking these people? That we have for you available in our CRM. How to do your link in your bio, your opt-ins. Opt-ins are like where people are like, yes, I want more information. Sign me up on your email list. I want to hear from you. That's what an opt-in is. Your email list is somewhere where you can nurture people. A lot of people say that email is dead, but if you look at any huge marketer on the planet, they will tell you that the amount of money they make is the people they have in their email list. I think it's like $1. I don't know if it was Russell Brunson or someone said like $1 per person on your email list or something like that. So you want to build your email list, because think about it. If I had my Instagram hacked, so that's gone. But I own my email list. I don't own Twitter. I don't own TikTok. I own my email list. You can always have that. And then the conversion. This is key too, because a lot of us were great at like talking to people about our products, but how are we converting those people into sales, into business partners? What are we doing? That we're going to help you. We're going to teach you. Nikki's going to go over that in the coaching calls, and then the evaluation. And if any of this seems a little overwhelming, it's okay, because that's what we're here for, right? So the evaluation part is knowing your numbers. Once you got all like these 4 steps going and you're jiving, this might take you 6 months to a year, but now you're at a point where you're like, hey, my business is growing. I want to know my numbers. I want to evaluate. How's my team growing? What can I do? Those are things, and then you just wash and repeat. So this is the foundation of the social selling business model. What we created within this CRM to help you be successful.
All right, you guys, I know you're going to hear from us, and we're super excited about this because this is our baby. But I wanted you guys to hear from 2 of my friends, Diana and Kayla. Diana started Money in January of 2017 and hit the title of AED in November of 2021. That's amazing. She left her dental hygiene career to pursue Money full-time and has been able to follow a few other passions along the way because of Money. And Kayla, my good friend Kayla, is a single mom of a 13-year-old and has been working her Money business full-time from home for almost 3 years. And she's been helping small town women break free from the 9-to-5 life since 2019. So let's bring these ladies up. I've got a couple of questions for you. So let me pin. I've got Kayla. Where Diana? Where are you, Diana?
So as you're doing that, Nikki, I see Kayla and Diana shouting each other out in chat. So these two girls are actually on the same team as well. So it's really cool. You're going to hear their insights as to this. So just keep in mind they come from the same team and they're going to have some different opinions when they're responding. So just pay attention to that.
Yes. Well, thank you ladies so much for joining us here and being able to share about your experience. So Kayla, I was wanted to let you know, I don't think you know this, but for those of you guys that knew how we ran the CRM prior, Kelly started doing Q&A calls. So she would do 3 Q&A calls. They were very technical. You know, if you had questions about your tags or your funnel, something wasn't working, we could walk you through the processes. When Kelly went on maternity leave, I just kind of like winged it. I was like, we're going to do what we're going to do. Like she had it very structured. Kelly talks about she's very, you know, she's like someone up here is very structured, type A personality. Kara's the creative and I kind of bridge the gap in the middle. So it's funny because Kayla, you were someone that would always come to the power hours and you were not someone that I could really tell what to do for an hour because you were already doing all the things that you needed to do for your business. And I was actually got to the point where I was learning from you on things that you were using the CRM for. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. I didn't teach you that. You're teaching me that, which was so super fun. And actually one of the inspirations as to why I decided to change the calls moving forward, starting in January from Q&A calls to more of coaching style, because that's what we ended up doing was more of like a mastermind. And we'd have other girls that would come in and you and I would just start chatting about things and collaborating and thinking about things. And they would ask their questions. And it really turned into more of this collaboration of coaching on how to move the business forward instead of being like, all right, you're going to go check in with your customers for 10 minutes and then you're going to go post this for 5 minutes. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much for bringing that inspiration to me. And so I wanted to ask you guys, because you two are very different when it comes to how you use the CRM, right? So first of all, I'm going to start with you, Diana. Do you consider yourself techie?
No, not at all. But I knew that, yeah, I needed some help and I'm here to get help. But no, I would not say I'm techie.
All right. And how about you, Caleb?
I don't necessarily consider myself super techie, but I'm very like resourceful and determined. I feel like I could relate to you to what you said earlier about just having like ambitious, and I love to learn, and I played around with the CRM or whatever program I'm using, to be honest, until I figure it out. Like I'm very determined to figure it out.
It's so funny because it's so true when you have people from the outside looking in, because I look at you like you were somebody that got started with the CRM really quickly. Like you just hit the ground running. And, you know, I went in, I think you were asking some questions at a Q&A once, and I jumped into your system and I was like, girlfriend, like who taught you how to do this? Like you were doing things in your system that I hadn't even started doing in my system, and I've been using it for a year longer than you. So looking at you, I would have thought like immediately this girl has some sort of like technology background or whatever. So is that not the case for you?
No, definitely not. I remember talking to Kelly about automation, and I was like, I'll just figure it out. I'm going to go through it. I'll figure it out. And yeah, no technology background or anything like that.
All right. So when you first got started, I'll stay with you, Kayla. When you first got started within the CRM, tell me about the learning curve for you.
So I feel like I learned a lot on how to work smarter and not harder when it came to the CRM. I was spending a lot of time doing things that weren't income producing activities. And I feel like this is the point of running a business, is to earn income. And the CRM really took that load off my shoulders to be able to really focus on how to grow my business and how to utilize my time better, rather than spend so much time just trying to figure out a way to like get the tasks that aren't income producing activities done.
Can I ask a question there? Sorry, I'm like totally throwing you guys off here, but one thing I just thought of and realized, Kayla, how many hair quizzes do you deal with per week, per day on average? I know it's ridiculous.
I mean, if I look at the total, I have over 20,000, and that's the reason why I needed the CRM.
Okay, thank you. So that was kind of what because there's no way you could sit down and be like, I'm going to go through all these. Like, that's just not realistic. So the CRM helps you automate that. I knew it was a crazy amount. That's just insane. So sorry,
Can
keep
I
going. Just
share
wanna
a
bring
quick can I share a quick tidbit? Because Kayla will sell herself short. But Kayla came to me as her upline, being like, I don't know what I'm even doing. And she's like, I have 7,000 hair quizzes in my inbox and I don't know what to do with them right now. And I'm like, you have what? Like, I don't know. So I reached out to a couple other SEDs in the US who are used to getting as many VAPs or hair quizzes like Kayla was getting. So that's not something we see every day. And they referred me to the CRM. So they told me about Toni's platform or the CRM as a whole. And so Kayla and I kind of got into this together because I'm like, well, this sounds really, really cool. I didn't even know it was a thing. And so here we are today. So we kind of got into this together because of Kayla's hair quizzes.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Thank you, Kayla's hair quizzes. Thank you, Kayla's prospects. I love it. I love it. So I have a lot of experience of where Kayla's at and kind of the things that you've been using of the platform. Like you've dug in and you've done the automations, you're utilizing the courses, I feel like you're using a lot of the tools that it has to offer. Let's ask you, Diana, what has been your experience with the learning curve? Because you're not as technology savvy, maybe as Kayla is, and maybe don't have as much experience. Like, what has the learning curve been for you? And then also, how much of the system do you think you're utilizing?
I don't think I'm using it to its full potential. I think we can agree with that. But I will say that the support for sure is hands down. I've never experienced it. Like I can send you guys a message or a text or something, and you've got a video you're sending me how to do things. Like yesterday, you're like, we've got you. So I think the support there for people that are not that you want to attract a whole bunch of me's that have no idea what they're doing. But like Kayla said, like, I think if I would put more time into it to figure out how to use it, it's all learnable. It's not difficult stuff. It's just a matter of sitting down and really figuring it out. And I know I need to be better at that. But the learning curve has been great. I'm fully functional in a lot of things within the platform that I'm still finding very valuable. Like the mass texting is amazing. I'm able to build my own website for flash sales and send people links for that. Like there's a whole bunch of things that I can use that even I can figure out. So it's been really good.
That's awesome. Thanks for pointing that out too, Diana, because I think that is one of the things that truly does set our system apart from others, because it's not a huge secret that there's other platforms out there that do have the same core features as far as coming, like the websites, being able to text someone, send an email, have the funnels, like those core things. But what they don't have is a Kelly. They don't have a Kara. They don't have a Toni. They don't have a Nikki. They're not doing the coaching calls. Their customer service isn't there. I've been a part of other platforms before that it was a struggle. If you got stuck somewhere, you were utilizing YouTube to figure it out. You didn't have like a person.
It's not even just you guys. Like if I go in the chat, I try not to bother you with everything, but I'll go in the chat and then there's somebody there that'll get me on a Zoom right away. I'm like, where'd you even come from? And they're on there showing me how to do stuff like on an Insta Zoom. And then they can help me figure it out. So it's definitely, even if you're not super techie or haven't figured out all the way, like there's support there to make sure you get done what you need to get done.
Our team is phenomenal. I will agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me take it back to you, Kayla. How many platforms did you have prior to signing up with us?
Oh my goodness. So before the CRM, I was very overwhelmed, as Diana stated, with the hair quizzes. And being who I am, I didn't reach out to her right away. I was like, I'm going to figure it out. That's like my mantra. I'll figure it out. So I looked into so many programs. I spent months wasting my time trying to figure out how to make this work. And I kept hitting a wall because each program, and I'll name them in a second, they were limiting me on how many contacts I could have. I had to pay like hundreds of dollars a month if I had over 500 or 100 contacts, or if I wanted to send 1,000 emails, it was like a ridiculous amount. And I was like, I can't, that's not affordable. And it's definitely not duplicatable for my team if ever they want to work smarter, not harder, to pay endless amounts of fees with 10 different platforms. So the ones that I tried were Flowdesk, MailChimp, Project Broadcast, Airtable, Sendinblue, Email Octopus, Zapier, and those are just the ones at the top of my head. And there were so many, and I spent so much money on different ones just trying to accomplish basically what I can accomplish with the CRM. And honestly, it wasn't duplicatable, where with the CRM, everything is in one place. And for my team, I feel like paying a one monthly fee for one program makes more sense than saying, go download all these apps and I will help you figure it out because there's no support.
Amazing. And that's one of the reasons why we did take the CRM that we had before and decided to make it more simplified, because you do kind of have those stepping stones, right? You've got someone that maybe comes in as a brand new market partner, maybe has never heard of a funnel before, has never even tried to create a website. Maybe all they really want to do is maybe text someone and send them a flash sale newsletter, right? You can have this super affordable platform that comes with the coaching and it comes with all of these systems, but is so simple that you could start out with those baby steps. And then as you start to grow and get more familiar, using more of the things that you're doing with like your courses that you're selling. So what about you, Diana? What did you use prior to this year? And did you have a lot of platforms that you were using?
I had no platforms and I was burnt out. I was texting every single customer, like hundreds of VIPs every day about FlexShips. So when Kayla was like, I'm like, I'm not there, but I'm at a different place and I need that too. So it depends where you're at in your business. So I didn't have anything. So I was doing it all on my own. And I had a Google form for my hair quiz, but it wasn't linked to anything. It was a disaster. So this is like all in one. Yeah, it's been great.
So were you one of those people, I've been too, that like for following up with people, you would just go back to your DMs and kind of be like, oh, I talked to you. Oh, skip you. Like that was your follow-up.
I have notes of like who I talked to and contact lists and stuff, but not like this. But I was looking into like Project Broadcast or something. I did see the value in doing like those mass texts, like when there's a 25% off sale and you're messaging hundreds of people, and now I can do it in 5 minutes, not even. It's like, yeah. So I was there.
Awesome. Well, any last things that you guys would like to share with our audience? I feel like I've covered a lot of ground here and we're going to move on, but any last notes before I let you go?
I just want to say it's worth it. Like I absolutely love there's trainings, how there was weekly calls. It just made my life so much easier and kept things organized and simple. And if you're like a scatterbrain like me and everything's just all over the place, it just makes it so much easier to have everything on one program. You can upload it on your phone or your laptop, whatever works best for you, and it just have everything there. Your contacts are organized. You can, it's been a game changer for me for sure.
Thanks, Kayla. Anything else you'd like to chime in, Diana, before I let you go?
No, the only other thing I was going to mention was people might be thinking, because I was thinking, I don't even know where to start. When you sign up for something like this and you don't know how, like Kayla was like, get it, girl. Like she had everything set up before I even put in my credit card. And like she was on it. And I was like, I don't even know how to put my picture on this thing. So the fact that you guys have an option that people can have you guys help them set it up. Like there's different paths you can take when you start. And I have to tell you, like, you guys are friggin' awesome. Like, I can't thank you guys enough for helping me as much as you have. Toni, the girls, everybody. It's been really great. I'm a huge advocate.
No,
awesome.
Well, we're happy to. We'll tell you that.
Thank you so much, ladies. And I will tell you that we've actually changed that process since you guys started. It's no longer an option.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. We're onboarding everyone now. So we've just made it that much better. So like when people come on, we are jumping on calls immediately and we're getting people set up straight out of the gate, because we recognize that is part of what can be super overwhelming. You've got this, you're hearing from all of us, this amazing system, right? And you put in your credit card and you're just kind of like, well, now what? Well, we don't want you to have that feeling where it's now what. So we've changed that.
That was the name of my first training that I ever named. I called it Now What, because that's exactly how people felt. So no more now what, no more of that.
Yeah, that would have been super helpful. I'm sure you had a variation of that too when I started, but to have an actual onboarding so people can figure out how to do this on their own and it's better that way anyway. Like they're forced into like same when you start your money business, when you're forced into doing it and finding your own answers and like, yeah, it sets you up for better success anyway.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
All right. Well, let me ask you all a question. If you had coaching to help you with all of the tech stuff, if we gave you a plug and play system where you only have to change the colors and the text, and if we showed you how to implement it all in a way that helps you move the needle forward in your business, let me know in the comments. Do you think this could work for you? I want to hear from you. Do you think this could work for you? It says yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead. Next slide, Kelly.
I was trying to type it is working, but I spelled every word wrong. So we're going to skip that.
And let me ask you another question. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being that you're super excited about what we've been sharing with you so far, and 1 being more of like, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed here. Where are you guys at? Let me know in the comments on a scale to 1 to 10. I'm excited. I'm a 10. Where are you guys at? Mallory says she's a 10. Sherry's a 10. Lots of 10s. Okay. Yay. People are excited. Nobody's overwhelmed. Okay, this is amazing. We've hit the jackpot. Nobody's overwhelmed.
This is the perfect time to ask, or do you guys want to see what we built?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you just 2 of the pages that are in the system. So can you guys see my page?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so this is your sales page. So basically, you are just going to come in and put your picture here. We have home, about, contact, work with me. This is a great area to put maybe something that you're promoting, you're excited about. This is where you want to put something to get their attention. You want to put a large call to action headline here. So we have it all laid out for you. And then these links will go straight to your shop. We also have created a lead magnet. For those of you who are not familiar with what a lead magnet is, a lead magnet is a great way. I'm sure all of you have signed up for one. It's basically an exchange. I'm going to give you this cool thing, whether it's an ebook, a tip, a trick, whatever it is, and you're going to give me your email. So that's one great way to help build your email list. And remember, I was saying that's so important in your business. So we've created a lead magnet for you. You don't even have to create it. You can just use our habit tracker and use that on your sales page. And then if you start getting a little bit more seasoned and more you have more things to offer, you can put more products here. There is the ability to create courses within the CRM, which we can get into. I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but this is like another more about you, your social media links, your testimonies from your clients, and then another option to grab the freebie, your logo, and all that. So let me know what you guys think about that page. I'm so in love with it. And then if somebody clicks on the habit tracker and they're like, yes, I want that habit tracker, they get taken to this page and you can explain the habit tracker, why you think it's important for them or whatever you want to put there. And then here's the form. So you can make many different personalized forms within the CRM. You can get their birthday in there. And then it's really cool because you can just type in like birthdays and have a birthday list and send out birthday reminders. So it's just organizing everything on the back end. So this is the lead magnet page. So I just wanted to share a little bit of what it looks like. It's much more streamlined. Definitely when a lot of times like I said, in my studying with digital marketing, a website it's a great place because people want to use that to verify that you're a professional in your business. But a landing page, which is what I just showed you, is it looks like a website, but it serves a different purpose. It guides the customer through a journey versus like a website. A lot of times people bring people to their website and maybe they have a link of some favorite product, or they're like, follow me, message me, text message me, and the customer gets there and they're like, where do I go? What do I do? And another marketing saying is a confused mind. I'm sure you guys have heard it, says no, or they're just going to leave. You're basically bringing them to this website and then you're chasing them away by clicking them everywhere else. We want them to stay there and we want to walk them through the journey and lead them to where we want them to go, which is ultimately to purchase from us or become a business partner. So with that, I just want to share with our system, you will be able to streamline your processes, simplify your business, gain more time freedom, and enhance your customer service. That is our ultimate goal for you. And you'll be able to get rid of all of your subscriptions, definitely save money. You'll get rid of all of your headaches, any confusion, and your pocketbook of passwords, because you only need one password to log into our system. So let's talk about what you're going to get with our system. It's a lot. Like, seriously, we have created so much value for you. You're probably going to be a little overwhelmed by the amount of value that we're bringing to you. So within the system, you get email marketing, SMS marketing, that's text campaign marketing. You get a social media planner, so you can plan your posts. There's a social media calendar, which is really cool. You get unlimited websites. Like Kayla was saying, she had to pay X amount for different websites or different, this or that. You get unlimited funnels. Funnels is kind of a little glimpse of what we just showed you. You get your analytics. Pipelines. Pipelines are a really cool tool that is for a little bit more advanced, but when you're at that point when you want to know your numbers, Toni says she was paying $1,500 plus a month. That's huge. So we're being not modest in our estimate here. You get calendars. You can get rid of Calendly. You don't need that app anymore. So with all of that, just with our system, that's we'll just use Toni's number, that's $1,500 a month you get with our system, and I will tell you how much it is in a minute. Plus, on top of that, you have a done-for-you sales funnel. Toni was sharing with us the other day, I think I might be a little low on this, I don't know, but she was telling us this guy paid $20,000, was it, for a sales funnel to be built. 23,000, I think she's sign languaging. Yeah, 22,000. Okay, so for a done for you sales funnel that we already have created for you in our system, done for you lead magnet. We took the time to create, and I actually have a couple more that I can share with you that I created. If you don't like the one, we can, we have some that are already plug and play. That's a value of up to $500. We have a marketplace that has free blogs, communities, affiliate manager, and memberships, which is valued at $300. So already we're up to like almost $25,000 worth of value that we are just pouring into this because we believe in it so much. And then on top of the system, the experience, you get the team. You get us, me, Nikki, Kelly. Toni's in the background cheering us on all the time. She's a busy lady, but you'll see most of the three of us, and you get 3 weekly coaching calls, which are valued up to $500. Those are going to be mostly with Nikki, but I'm sure we'll be doing some guest appearances. I think we can swing getting Toni on there maybe a few times to do some coaching, to share some info. You get 3 onboarding calls. So when you join, you get us to walk you through the steps. You don't have to sit there and figure it out on your own. That's a value of up to $500. And then something we're really, really excited about is we are gonna be having spotlight speakers monthly. We already have our first one lined up for January. If you are familiar with the girls from the Social Studio, they're Nat and Erin. They are branding specialists. They were both very high-ranking network marketers in their own company, and they decided to create these beautiful graphics in Canva, and they share them with you monthly. They provide them for, I think, like 15 different companies. Monade is one of them. So if you're, they're going to be giving us a really cool offer that is exclusive to CRM users. So that's January. Maybe Kelly can put it in the chat when the date is.
I think it's January 18th, and you guys, the discount they are going to give anybody everybody that's within the Social Sync is ridiculous. I was like, did you type that number in wrong? Do you have an extra zero on there? You want to take that out? And they're like, no, that's what I'm giving you guys. So I'm really excited for that.
Yes. So all of that is, I mean, almost like, I would say like $50,000 worth of stuff that we're going to continue to bring you. We also are working on a give back program because we really believe in the foundation of sharing and just giving back to our community. So that'll be coming to you in January that you get to be a part of. We're not sure how we're going to roll that out, but that is everything that you get. And this is our packages. So our packages are amazing for $99 a month. You guys, $990 a year. So if you do the yearly, you're going to get 2 months for free. So for $99 a month, you get the basic, which is the pass through the text messaging, the email builder, you get templates, you get the calendar booking, the link in bio, the workflows, which is your automation, your campaigns, your constant contact with your people, your websites, your funnels, you get forms, you get social media posting, a course builder, which we can teach you. These are ways to expand your business. I look at some of the big people in our company and it inspires me so much because maybe you didn't get into this because you wanted to sell shampoo, right? It just is a vehicle for you to achieve your dreams. So maybe you're really good at, cooking food and you want to create a cooking course. We have that here. You can expand and grow your personal brand within our system. All of this for $99, the live customer support, the group coaching 3 times a week, the marketplace add-ons, plus the done with you setup coaching systems. We have that. So that's our basic package. And we just added, we're so excited about this package. It's our professional package. So it's everything in the basic, plus you get 12 hours of a virtual assistant to help you out a month. Like, how cool is that? And again, we have the 2 months for free if you do $2,800 a year. And with that, it works out to kind of be about a complimentary month of virtual assistants per year. So you're going to save money when you do the yearly. We wanted to give you guys options, and we're so excited to share all this value for you. We've worked so hard. And I want to know, is it worth it to you? Like, we're giving you thousands and thousands of dollars of value. Is it worth it for $99?